Have you ever noticed that some people seem to attract money the way a magnet attracts iron, while others work twice as hard and still feel like their bank account is playing hide and seek with them? Perhaps you've said things like, "If only I had more luck. If only I knew the right people." Or my personal favorite, "As soon as I get this one breakthrough, everything will change." Yet month after month, year after year, many people remain in exactly the same financial position. Now here is a startling truth. Your subconscious mind does not care what you want. It responds to what you believe. That is why one person can receive an opportunity and see wealth, while another receives the exact same opportunity and sees risk. One person looks at money and says, "There is more than enough." Another looks at money and says, "There is never enough." And life faithfully delivers evidence for whichever belief is planted within. Today I want to share with you one of the greatest secrets of prosperity. Your subconscious mind is creating your financial reality every single day, whether you realize it or not. Whether you like it or not, whether you have $10 or $10 million, the subconscious mind is always at work. And the beautiful news is this: what has been created can be recreated. What has been planted can be replanted. What has been programmed can be reprogrammed. Now, before you click away and say, "Oh no, here comes another motivational speech telling me to think positive while my bills are doing push-ups on my chest," stay with me. I understand the struggle. Many people are tired. They are working hard. They are paying bills. They are handling responsibilities. And somehow money still seems to disappear faster than free food at a family gathering. You are not imagining the challenge. Financial pressure is real. But what most people never discover is that the struggle often begins long before money reaches their bank account. It begins in the subconscious mind. Imagine your subconscious mind as a silent servant. It never argues. It never debates. It never says, "Are you sure about that belief?" Instead, it simply accepts instructions. If you repeatedly tell yourself, "Money is hard to earn," it says, "Understood." If you repeatedly say, "Rich people are greedy," it says, "Understood." If you constantly worry, "I never have enough," it says, "Understood." Then it begins arranging your thoughts, actions, decisions, emotions, and opportunities to match those instructions. It is like hiring a personal assistant who takes every statement literally. Imagine waking up every morning and saying, "I always lose money." Your subconscious assistant writes it down. Boss wants to lose money. Then throughout the day, it helps you make choices that support that belief. Funny, isn't it? Most people are unknowingly giving terrible instructions to the most powerful employee they possess. Now let us understand why this matters. Your conscious mind sets goals. Your subconscious mind determines behavior, and behavior creates results. You may consciously want wealth, but if your subconscious believes wealth is dangerous, selfish, or unattainable, there will be conflict. It is like driving a car with one foot on the accelerator and the other on the brake. You wonder why life feels difficult. Meanwhile, your subconscious is standing there saying, "I'm only following your deeper instructions." Many people grow up hearing statements such as, "Money doesn't grow on trees." "Rich people are dishonest." "People like us never become wealthy." "You must struggle for every penny." Those statements become subconscious programs. Then, years later, people wonder why abundance feels so far away. The problem is not intelligence. The problem is programming. Think about it. A computer cannot produce different results if the software remains the same. You may buy a bigger monitor, a nicer keyboard, a faster internet connection, but if the program remains unchanged, the output remains unchanged. The subconscious mind works much the same way. Now, I want to give you a simple framework. 3 words: thoughts, feelings, actions. Thoughts create feelings. Feelings create actions. Actions create results. Most people try to change results without changing thoughts. That is backwards. If a tree produces sour fruit, you do not tape sweet apples onto the branches. You change the root. Your subconscious beliefs are the root. Your financial reality is the fruit. If you want different fruit, you must plant different seeds. This is why imagination is so powerful. Many people underestimate imagination because it seems childish. Yet every invention, every company, every fortune, every success began as an image in someone's mind. The subconscious mind responds strongly to mental pictures. That is why I encourage people to see themselves already prospering, not because it is magic, but because your subconscious responds to the image. If you continually imagine lack, scarcity, debt, and failure, you strengthen those pathways. If you continually imagine opportunity, value, abundance, and success, you strengthen different pathways. Your mind begins searching for evidence. Your behavior shifts. Your confidence grows. Your decisions improve. And opportunities that were always present suddenly become visible. Have you ever bought a car and then suddenly noticed that exact model everywhere? The cars were already there. Your awareness changed. The same thing happens with wealth. Opportunities are often invisible to a scarcity mindset. Now let me share something humorous. Some people spend 10 minutes praying for abundance and 10 hours worrying about poverty. Then they wonder which message the subconscious mind accepts. Imagine ordering a meal at a restaurant. You tell the waiter, "I'd like the steak." Then every 2 minutes you call him back. Actually, maybe there is no steak. 5 minutes later, "Are you sure the steak exists?" 10 minutes later, "What if everyone else gets steak except me?" Eventually, the waiter would think you had lost your mind. Yet this is how many people approach prosperity. They ask for abundance and immediately begin doubting it. Faith is not pretending challenges do not exist. Faith is choosing a greater reality than the challenge. The subconscious mind thrives on certainty. Now here is a practical exercise. For the next 7 days, observe your language. Simply listen to yourself. Do you say things like, "I can't afford that. Money is always leaving. I'm broke. Nothing ever works for me"? Those statements may seem harmless, but repeated often enough, they become commands. Replace them. Instead of saying, "I can't afford that," ask, "How can I afford that?" Notice the difference. One closes the mind, the other opens it. One ends possibility, the other begins possibility. Your subconscious loves questions. Questions direct attention, and attention creates awareness. Another powerful principle is gratitude. Now, I know some people roll their eyes when they hear that word. Here comes the gratitude speech. But listen carefully. Gratitude is not about pretending everything is perfect. It is about recognizing what already exists. The subconscious mind responds to appreciation. When you focus only on what is missing, you reinforce lack. When you acknowledge what is present, you strengthen abundance. A grateful mind notices opportunities more easily. A grateful mind makes better decisions. A grateful mind carries a different energy into every room, and people respond differently. Opportunities respond differently. Life responds differently. I once knew someone who constantly complained about money. Every conversation eventually became a financial funeral. Gas prices, food prices, rent prices, everything was terrible. Then, one day, he decided to spend 30 days focusing only on opportunities instead of problems. The opportunities had always existed, but now he could see them. Within months, his income increased dramatically. The external change followed the internal shift. Now let us discuss a common misunderstanding. Thinking yourself rich does not mean sitting on a couch eating snacks and waiting for money to parachute through the window. If that worked, half the world would be billionaires by Tuesday. The subconscious mind influences action. It does not replace action. When your subconscious accepts abundance, you become more willing to learn, more willing to act, more willing to take calculated risks, more willing to provide value. Wealth often flows through value. The more value you create, the greater your potential reward. Ask yourself daily, how can I solve more problems? How can I help more people? How can I create more value? Those questions activate prosperity thinking. Remember, money is often a reward for service. The baker serves, the teacher serves, the entrepreneur serves, the investor serves. Money follows value. Now, I want to share something that may surprise you. Many people secretly fear wealth. Yes, fear wealth. They want money consciously, but subconsciously they fear responsibility, criticism, attention, or change. As long as that fear remains, abundance feels unsafe, and the subconscious mind always chooses safety over success. Therefore, ask yourself honestly, what do I believe about wealthy people? What do I believe about having money? What fears arise when I imagine becoming financially successful? Your answers may reveal hidden programs. Once identified, they can be transformed. Here is another exercise. Every morning, spend 5 minutes imagining your ideal financial life. See it clearly. Feel it emotionally, not desperately, not anxiously, calmly, confidently, as though it already exists in the invisible realm and is moving toward physical expression. Then act throughout the day as a person who expects opportunities, not a person who expects disappointment. Expectation influences perception. Perception influences action. Action influences results. This is how wealth begins taking shape. Now I know someone watching may be thinking, but my circumstances are difficult. I understand. Many successful people began with tremendous disadvantages. Limited resources, limited education, limited connections. Yet they possess something more valuable, a transformed mindset. The subconscious mind does not ask where you started. It responds to what you repeatedly impress upon it. Every day, you are planting seeds. Every thought is a seed. Every word is a seed. Every belief is a seed. The question is simple. What harvest are you planting? If you plant doubt, you harvest hesitation. If you plant fear, you harvest limitation. If you plant abundance, you harvest opportunity. And remember, seeds require time. The farmer does not plant today and dig up the field tomorrow demanding results. He trusts the process. Likewise, you must remain faithful to the new beliefs you are planting. Do not abandon them because results are not immediate. Persistence is the bridge between belief and manifestation. Before we finish, I want you to try one small action right now, not tomorrow, not next Monday, not after your 3rd cup of coffee. Right now, write down 3 new prosperity beliefs. Simple statements such as, money flows through value I create. Opportunities are always available to me. My subconscious mind supports my financial success. Read them every morning and every night for 30 days. Do it consistently, not perfectly, consistently. Small actions repeated daily create remarkable transformation. And if this message has resonated with you, leave a comment below and tell me one limiting belief about money you are ready to release today. When you name it, you begin to tame it. When you expose it, you reduce its power. And when you replace it, you create space for something greater. Always remember this. Your subconscious mind is like fertile soil. It does not care whether you plant roses or weeds. It grows whatever you give it. So plant abundance, plant possibility, plant faith, plant prosperity, plant courage, plant expectation. Your future wealth may not begin in your wallet. It may begin in a single thought you choose today, a thought repeated tomorrow, a belief strengthened next week, a new identity embraced next month. One day you will look back and realize the transformation did not begin when the money arrived. The money arrived because the transformation began. If you enjoyed this message, subscribe and join us again, because there is far more power within your mind than you have been led to believe. Share this with someone who needs encouragement today. And remember, the doors of abundance are not locked. In many cases, they are simply waiting for you to stop pushing against them and start walking through them with confidence. Your subconscious is listening. Make sure you are giving it instructions worthy of the life you desire. There is another secret about the subconscious mind that few people understand. It is always listening, not only when you are meditating, not only when you are praying, not only when you are repeating affirmations. It is listening all day long. It listens when you react to an unexpected bill. It listens when you look at your bank account. It listens when a friend becomes successful. It listens when you see someone driving a beautiful car. In those moments, your true programming often reveals itself. Suppose your friend announces that he has just started a successful business and is earning more money than ever before. What is your first reaction? Do you think, good for him? If wealth is possible for him, it is possible for me. Or do you think, must be nice, he probably got lucky? One response expands your consciousness, the other shrinks it. One teaches the subconscious that abundance exists. The other teaches the subconscious that success belongs to other people. Your reaction matters, because your reaction reveals your beliefs, and beliefs create outcomes. Many people unknowingly practice what I call prosperity sabotage. They desire abundance, but they criticize abundance every chance they get. They want wealth, but resent wealthy people. They want success, but become jealous when others succeed. That is like wanting to become a musician while covering your ears every time music plays. You cannot become what you secretly reject. The subconscious mind notices the contradiction. It says, if wealth is bad, why would I help you acquire it? So if you truly desire prosperity, begin blessing the success of others. When someone succeeds, celebrate them. When someone prospers, be happy for them. When someone achieves a goal, applaud them, not because they need your approval, because your subconscious is watching. Every time you celebrate abundance in another person, you reinforce abundance within yourself. Now let us talk about one of the greatest wealth-building tools available to every human being: expectation. Expectation is a powerful force. Think about how children behave on the night before their birthday. They cannot stop smiling. They cannot stop thinking about tomorrow. Why? Because they expect something good. Notice something fascinating. The gift has not arrived yet. Nothing has changed physically. Yet emotionally, they are already experiencing joy. Why? Expectation. Now imagine carrying that same expectation into your financial life. Not desperation, not anxiety, not wishful thinking. Expectation. The expectation that opportunities are coming. The expectation that solutions exist. The expectation that doors are opening. The expectation that the universe is filled with possibilities. Expectation changes your posture. Expectation changes your energy. Expectation changes your decisions. And those changes create different results. I have often observed that people who expect disappointment usually find it. People who expect rejection usually discover it. People who expect obstacles become experts at locating them. But people who expect opportunities often uncover opportunities others completely miss. Life tends to magnify what we consistently anticipate. Now, let us discuss another hidden obstacle: the habit of identifying with lack. This one is subtle. Many people have repeated their problems for so many years. Struggle feels normal. That statement stayed with me because many people have become comfortable with limitations they desperately want to escape. The subconscious prefers what is familiar. Even when familiar conditions are unpleasant, that is why growth often feels uncomfortable at first. You are teaching the mind a new normal. You are teaching it a new identity. You are teaching it a new story. And every new story feels strange before it feels natural. Think of learning to ride a bicycle. At first it feels awkward, unstable, unnatural. Then eventually it becomes automatic. Prosperity thinking works much the same way. At first it may feel unnatural to say, I am becoming financially free. At first it may feel strange to expect good things. At first it may feel unusual to focus on possibilities instead of problems. But repetition creates familiarity, and familiarity creates belief. Then, belief begins creating results. Another important truth is that wealth rarely arrives through a single dramatic event. Most people are waiting for lightning. Meanwhile, prosperity often arrives through sunlight. Small opportunities, small improvements, small ideas, small habits, compounded over time. A person saves a little, learns a little, improves a little, invests a little, serves a little more, grows a little more. Then years later, people call them lucky. But luck had very little to do with it. The subconscious mind had been directing consistent action for years. The wealthy mindset does not ask, how can I get rich overnight? The wealthy mindset asks, how can I become more valuable every day? That single shift can change everything, because value compounds, knowledge compounds, relationships compound, skills compound, money compounds, and eventually the results become impossible to ignore. Remember this. Your subconscious mind is not impressed by occasional enthusiasm. It responds to consistent repetition. You cannot tell yourself you are abundant once a month and spend the other 29 days complaining about money. The subconscious becomes convinced through repetition. This is why daily practice matters. A few minutes every morning, a few minutes every evening, consistent focus, consistent belief, consistent expectation. The transformation may seem invisible at first, but roots grow underground, long before fruit appears above ground. Do not judge your progress too early. Many people quit just before their breakthrough. They plant seeds, water them for a few days, then become discouraged. Yet the roots are already forming. The same is true for your subconscious programming. Changes are occurring even when you cannot see them. Keep planting, keep believing, keep expecting, keep acting, keep moving. The harvest always follows the planting. And before I leave you today, I want to give you a simple challenge. For the next 7 days, become the guardian of your mind. Watch every thought about money. Watch every word about money. Watch every emotional reaction to money. When a limiting belief appears, do not fight it. Simply replace it. If your mind says, there is never enough, answer, there is always a way. If your mind says, I can't do this, answer, I am learning how. If your mind says, success belongs to others, answer, success is available to me as well. Become the author of your inner conversation, because your inner conversation eventually becomes your outer reality. And if you have stayed with me until this moment, I want you to write these words in the comments. I choose abundance, not because those words are magic, but because decisions create direction, and every transformation begins with a decision. Remember, wealth is not merely something you acquire, it is something you become aligned with. Your subconscious mind is the bridge between your present circumstances and your future possibilities. Train it wisely, feed it carefully, direct it intentionally. Because the same mind that has helped create your current reality can also help create a far greater one. And perhaps years from now, when prosperity has become your new normal, you will look back at this moment and realize that the turning point was not when the money appeared. The turning point was when you finally changed the instructions you were giving your subconscious mind every day.